Hello, I'm Ruth Keane, and I've been part of the team that set up this project to increase awareness of different cultures amongst students, but also something that they can take forward to their working life. It's something I personally have been aware of for a long time. Here in the UK, for instance, we have people from many different cultural, linguistic, ethnic backgrounds, but we tend to live in parallel lines, partly because we're not aware of how we can best communicate with different sorts of people. So we have set up our team. We've set up the project to raise awareness of other cultures, with a view also to helping students when they go on into their working life. We have, to create the module, we interviewed students and teachers who work in international student environments, and then some of us worked together to create some materials before starting the sessions for the module. And the materials aimed, we decided on the syllabus, the materials aimed to focus on specific aspects, like, for instance, differences in dress, differences in greetings, differences in introductions. And then in some materials I focused on good communication across cultures and bad communication across cultures, which was quite interesting. As part of that, we looked at how 3 or 4 different cultures were actually based on the religion that they exist within. We looked at Hinduism, Confucianism, which is very influential in many East Asian countries, Islam and Christianity. I would say the majority put the collective society before the individual, and it's something I think many Western countries can think about, can be aware of when communicating with people from a different culture, that what can seem like unwillingness to produce an opinion is in fact respect for perhaps the person that the interchange is with, or it can be deferring to friends who they have to refer to first, whereas we in the West have the individual first, last, and the bit in between. Recently I've been working in one of the most diverse teams I've ever worked in, and the work we've done here researching this module was in fact very useful, because I worked with people from parts of UK society who I wouldn't meet in my everyday life here in Canterbury. So, for instance, I was able to talk briefly about the Quran, or the Quran I should say, and about the importance of Lingala in the Congo. Also, I think what I enjoyed in one of the early workshops we did was students generally are always interested in, I find whoever I talk to, they're interested in the idea because it sounds great, but I feel we have a responsibility to take it beyond simple discussions, vaguely, what would you do if, because it just couldn't be sustained, nor would it be academically rigorous if it was simply vague discussions, which is why we've incorporated some solid information, I think, into the materials, like information about Hinduism, about Confucianism, Buddhism, Christianity, which many people are not aware of, especially in Christian countries, and Islam. All of these influence the societies they exist in, And so we have presented it in the form of a quiz where students need to find out about these societies and cultures to answer the quiz. So the module aims to be interactive but also to deliver specific information.